cabbages, whether it's a Savoy or whatever kind of round cabbages that you grow, once you cut them, first of all, cut them young, which is because they're really a lot tastier. But once you cut them, if you use a knife and make a cross on the sort of stem where you've cut it off, just a few millimeters deep, it regenerates.
Oh, I have to try that.
Yeah, and it's amazing. And it doesn't produce another cabbage, but it produces lots of leafage, which is
still tasty.
Which is delicious. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this year we ended up mostly eating leafage anyway because our cabbages didn't heart up that well this time. Usually they heart up really well during the winter, but they just didn't heart up. So we ended up actually eating leaves more than anything else from those.
Still good stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
So what's your big plans for this year? Is there anything new that you're growing that you haven't grown before, or?
Ooh, actually, I want to try some edamame this year.
Oh, cool.
Because I need to get them started as soon as possible. So I'm going to get the seeds this week. But I love edamame, and I think they might work well in the greenhouse because they do need a warm environment.
Well, it's hopefully going to be a hot summer. After the last two, we had so many bloody green tomatoes last year. We had a lot of red, but so many green because it just didn't get enough sun. I'm thinking, oh, it's got to be a hot summer this time.
Right. Yeah, it's been so late though. It's so funny going back to the book and reading how what I related to what week of the year.
Yeah, we're a little bit behind on the.
We're
sure.
at least 2 or 3 weeks behind.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. So.
Yeah, so we're just reading at the moment the stuff that you've got in for early May. I think mostly is that where we're at.
Yeah, right. Me too. Yeah.
Apart from the potatoes, which are going crazy good. Our potatoes are looking, and we've got the same issue that you had in that we always get 1 or 2 rogue wild potatoes coming up. This year we've got loads, and we seem to have got them where we never had potatoes. Yeah. Like, how the hell did that get there? We've never had potatoes. Have we had potatoes?
It must be. Maybe it's going to be a good year for potatoes.
I'm hoping so.
I mean, look, I've even got one growing out of my compost bin there.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, no, we've had way more than we've ever had. We must have got about 11, 12 rogue potato plants. We've usually had 1 or 2.
Yeah, me too. I wonder. It's going to be. That's interesting.
Hopefully we'll get lots of potatoes. And we've got 4 different varieties, so I'm quite excited.
Great.
So how do you choose your varieties when you're buying? And where do you buy seeds? How do you source them? How do you choose?
Ooh, it's a mixture. I mean, I do quite a lot of online ordering. I like Thompson's and Plants of Distinction and Seeds of Italy.
Oh, okay.
Seeds of Italy has some wonderful tomato
varieties. Yeah, I was going to say the tomatoes
and
are lovely.
pumpkins and lettuces and things like that. So yeah, I order a certain amount online. I always overdo it with the seed buying, but I have learned, and you should see all the seed packets I have in the shed. So I'm trying to sort of be a little bit, trying to use up what I already have a bit, but
they're so tempting, aren't they?
Oh, I know. It's the new sort of shoe shopping for me. It's like I just can't resist. But whenever I come across a proper garden center, I'll look at the seeds and yeah, I got some Jerusalem artichokes this year, which I'm trying for the first time.
Okay.
Actually, that is one thing I haven't done before. Partly because I heard that they're very invasive and that you never get rid of them once you plant them. Have you grown them?
No, I don't like them.
Oh, really?
I love globe artichokes, but I don't like Jerusalem ones at all.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have heard that. I've heard that. Yeah.
But they're quite difficult to find at your average kind of garden center. But I did find some this year, and yeah, I actually get given a lot of seeds as well by my allotment.
And
neighbours.
Are you quite good at keeping seeds from last year's crop to use again, or because we do a little bit, but not as much as we should?
Yeah, I save runner beans, and beans are always good to reproduce. I've got some what I call yin yang beans. They're just sort of black and white seed, and they're just sort of what do you call them? Not climbing beans, but just dwarf variety. Yeah. And not all things are that successful to redo. Although yes, I have my allotment neighbor gave me some rocket seed that I've been planting over and over and over again.
Now that does go nuts, I find.
And that particular kind, I call it my Uber rocket because it is just indestructible and totally prolific and tastes amazing. And you can see they've got some blooming over there. The flowers are just delicious.
Might have to beg some seeds off you. We've lost our rocket.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll cut you some to take home and hang, because that's
Is that what you do with it? You just hang the...
Yeah, just dry it out. Just hang it upside down.
Okay.
And
then can you plant it any time during the year with rocket? Or?
Yeah, absolutely, any time.
Okay, because we used to have, I guess about 5 or 6 years ago, before we ended up redoing the garden, we had rocket and it would grow it was just prolific. But somehow at some point when we were turning stuff over, we managed to kill it, and we've not got anything back since then.
Yeah.
Not sure how we did that, because it did survive pretty much anything. But,
yeah, it's that wonderful plant that just is indestructible, really, through the seasons.